So today we want to take this and turn it into this. So this is the original Pumpkin Patch Home Depot. I think these were the first two to come out, dressed in the rustic little outfits. And what happened was I bought these guys and they were beaten to hell and back. The wires were just torn out of them. So I turned him into this. He's got his little on switch. I recombobulated him. Give him a couple of seconds. Doesn't talk anymore, but he opens his mouth. We gave him a new sound. He now has orange LED eyes. He reset. And this is going to give her the same voice, the same sound. And I think every one of them, the entire collection, from these guys, the first ones, to I think last year's was the Little Angel and Devil. And I think I'm going to strip them all down and make them the same and paint their little hands like I did with him, from green to orange. And have an army of them, and then see if I can maybe melt their hands with the heat gun and form them around knives, fake knives and fake axes and stuff, and just make them a little army of terror. So I don't know. That's what I think. But this set was totally demolished. I mean, what these people did. Okay, let me shut them up. Put a new switch on the side. What these people did to these guys is like, guys, if you don't know how to fix them, tearing them apart to learn how to fix them is different. Tearing them apart just to tear them apart, or did kids get a hold of them? But they were beaten to hell and back. I paid more money than what they were worth, in my opinion. But again, finding a working set of these guys is hard, and people want an arm and a leg for them. I think for a non-working set, I did get a decent price on these guys, and I don't remember because I've had them for a couple of years now, but it was too much. I mean, for wires ripped out and for the condition they were in, it was too much. But again, it is what it is. You know, it's worth what someone's willing to pay for it, and I wanted them. And I had no idea they were in such horrible shape. And again, I think, like I said, we amateurs will never be able to fix these things to their original. If people would stop beating the hell out of the parts, you might be able to resolder a wire or something, maybe fix them. But you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I mean, I've destroyed props, as you've seen with the white ghost woman over the gravestone. You know, we had sound on her card, and I destroyed that card. So, but again, I can make it work. So, you know, we knew we were taking a risk. So anyway, that's the plan, and let's get started with her to make her match him. exactly the same. So it's going to have her own little sensor. She'll have the same sound. That's his sensor right there. I wish I knew where to get the black ones at, but I don't. She'll be dressed like him. She'll just look a little different than him. But I still think it'll be cool as hell. Alright, so I have not disassembled her yet. I have no idea what we're in store for here. Her wire. She did have the full wire and I cut it. I mean, you know, at that point it was like, so what? He has the main components. She just connected to him. I don't even know if she has a speaker. I don't feel one up front anywhere, so we'll see. She might have a speaker. If not, she will get one. But I have no idea what's inside of her. I displayed him last year in the haunted house. He was still dressed in his old suit. And then I redid him not too long ago. But again, no idea what we're going to find here. And I don't even know how to undress her, to be honest with you. I always try to save these clothing. I don't want to ruin it, because you never know when you could reuse it. So, pardon, madame, as I undress you. Just ripping the glue from her hands. They did have their hands inside of a trick-or-treat bag, which I thought was stupid. I want their hands free, floating. And again, I don't know if she's in camera angle or not. In camera frame. Camera angle. We're not technical here. Again, always got to give my disclaimer. Redneck country ass amateur city, baby. Nothing here is professional. All right. Dare I say it? We have a naked little girl here. All right. There she is in all her fame and glory. No speaker. No, wait a minute. She does have a speaker. All right. She has her little sound card, little computer, or whatever the hell it is in there. Let's open her up and take it out. Show you guys a deconstruction live. Looks like we got 6 screws total. This is probably too big. Where's my other Phillips? Get the Walmart cheaters on. All right. And we're just going to tear everything out of her. Obviously, I'm going to leave the speaker, and I want to reuse the speaker. It's not a very powerful girl. I'm going to take your head off because it's getting in the way, and we got to redo. We're going to redo her wires to her head. Actually, we're going to use the same wires. We're just going to redo the LEDs, make them orange, and hook her up to my power source. Get rid of the computer card that's in here. That one's stripped. A little hot glue. Fix that problem. So let's see, what do they look like when you take them apart? Alright, hold on guys. I want the speaker front facing, not rear facing. Alright, so we have the wire set going to the head. And I'm just, like I said guys, I'm not saving any of this stuff. I mean, this might be a good card. It might work. She might work with a proper partner who has his wiring correct. But we ain't using this no more. So I can use this for her head, and we will. Speakers will go front mount. This, I don't even know if I want to reuse this wire. So, positive, negative, no freaking clue. That's it. Like I said, he had the main box. She connected to him. When he talked, she would do her share, and that was it. All right, that's what we got here. I am going to remount the speaker to her front. Cut it. Take it off. Like I've said in the past, guys, when you're customizing, no fear, baby. Just go for it. These will be extra screws, because we will not be using this speaker mount again. Keep those screws separated. Why have speakers rear facing? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a professional monster maker. So we're going to remount these. I think somewhere, right up around here. I don't know. Too big. I like this one. Maybe there. One hole for the sensor, motion sensor to come out on. All right, that's it, guys. We do this. We just pull this baby. We'll get the rest of it off. I don't even know if I want to save this wire. All right, deconstruction. Other than head, and it looks like she's missing a front screw to hold her freaking head in place. You start taking these things apart, man, you start seeing all kinds of flaws and problems, and you never know. Like I'm always hate to throw away wire, but that's money. But let's take her head off. One screw in the back, so we're gonna have to put a new screw up front. Again, that's why I save all these little screws, because you never know. When you're gonna need them. She does have a screw in front. It just was not going through the throat, the connection. So we need a longer one. Remove the glue. See if the screw will drop out. There we go. There's the screw. Take the one out back. Need longer screws. So, need to see if I can find some. There we go. All right, then she's got screws holding them. She's got 6 screws. And this one, I don't think this one needs to come out when we do the head. To take her head apart, splits in half, and we'll have access to the eyes. All I want to do is pop out the old LEDs, put in new ones, and put in sensors. Not sensors, why do I keep saying that? Resistors to help protect the new eyes, orange. And there we go. All right. Let me see if I can pop this off really quick without cutting myself. I got that baby glued on good, huh? Trying to do all this for you guys so you can see everything. That baby might stay on there forever, who knows. Do this without freaking cutting myself, stabbing myself. Do I really need to get it off? No. Do I want to get it off? Yes. So I can re-glue my cards on here. I'm probably gonna have to get the cutter and cut all this stuff off, make it flat, so I have a flat surface to glue the sound card, and I can glue the relay down right here. Boy, got that one spot real good. All right, I don't need to do this on camera anymore. I'll probably grind it off or something and do it off camera. Get the Dremel or the flywheel and cut it off. And like I said, I won't show that. I mean, I've shown you the flywheel several times in the past. Cutting stuff, same crap, over and over again. Then I say I won't show it, but I end up showing it because it's a different video. And not everybody watches every video. All right. So what should we do next? Okay, I think I'm going to go off camera and remove the glue from the hands. Unless you guys really want to see that. Seeing if I'll cut myself, probably. And even if I don't get it all off, we'll spray paint over it with the orange. And I should use my air gun instead of spray paint, but spray paint is so much faster, you know. And I mean, I want these things to look good, but man, I don't want to spend all this time doing all these crazy little things. It's just so time consuming, and again, it's going to be in the dark. When are we going to put these things out in the daylight for people to see? I don't know. Maybe some people do. I'm not looking to get everything off, guys. They put all this, you know, because the hands are inside of a trick-or-treat bag right here in front. I'm like, why? Expose the hands. These are cool as hell. These are cool little hands. Cool hand Luke. I know somebody was thinking that when I said earlier. These are cool little hands. All right, I think that's about all I'm going to do with the hands. If I used my air gun, I could do this inside, and then I usually crush these really good with a pair of pliers so that as the hands flop around, you know, you have the little wire, you know, just wire. Give it a good crushing here and here, and it'll clamp down on the plastic harder and make them more posable. All right, I think that's about enough. So we'll go outside and spray paint our hands really quick. Okay, so taking apart the head's easy. 6 screws. course, one comes out. Wish they'd all come out. That way I don't got to worry about losing them. And if I remember correctly, there's nothing in the back of the head connected to the front of the head that we got to worry about ripping wires or anything. Not that it matters, because we're gonna rip wires anyway. Not really. That's it. That's all she wrote. I'll put that there so I can remember. Actually, let me put this over here and put these screws in here. And we'll switch over to the table. Actually, no, we're not. I'm gonna poke its eyes out first. Alright. See if we can do this the easy way. It's always going to be the hard way, though. Again, I'm not really, I'm only worried about the main wires. I'm not worried about these little fragile wires that they're used. And all I'm trying to do is I want to do this without damaging the head. I mean, there's no replacement, so you got to be really careful here. And I don't care about the LEDs. I don't, you know. Actually, I'm just gonna. No, I'm not. You know, probably should have tested this first to see which. Well, all right. You know what? I know I'm getting stupid here. So obviously we know red and green mouth, blue and black eyes. So we don't need to test anything. Like I said, guys, I'm not worried about these skinny wires or the LEDs. Darn, she's got a leaf in her head and crud. And there's hence the problem. They put these damn things outside. They probably leave them in the rain. I mean, why else would you have this crud in here? I mean, how did a leaf get in here? This thing is sealed. All right. We got one LED out. We still got to punch. We got the wire off. And again, that's really all I'm worried about is getting the LED out without damaging the pumpkin head. I don't care about the LEDs. I don't care about these skinny wires, the wires that they use to connect to their LEDs, because those are getting replaced. The main wires, yes, we want to maintain them because we want to reuse them. Okay, so we still got to poke the LEDs out. Where are my scissors? Let's cut this garbage out. We still got to test for which one's positive and negative. Like I said, I'm going to use the same wiring that came with it. There's nothing wrong with this wire harness. Nothing at all. All right, now we're going to poke the eyeballs out. So I'm hoping this is going to be simple and easy. But simple and easy, you know. Again, doing this without damaging the head. And I know everything you've seen me customize so far. I think I shifted my camera. I didn't care. This one, we're going to care for I got these suckers in good. Super glue. That ain't hot glue. That's super glue, man. Yeah, that's some. This is gonna be challenging. All right. Maybe something smaller than that. That's big. Well, you know. They ain't gonna make it easy, are they? Not on this one. On the other one, man, freaking ice just came right out. They did a good job on this one. Somebody got in trouble with quality control in the past, I think, on this one. Guys, this is kicking my ass. It looks like, you know, they used some kind of hard resin glue on this sucker, man. They were not playing around on this one. Boy, what are we gonna do, huh? We're in a delicate situation here. I hope I'm still in the camera angle after kicking. I just scratched her eye. Yeah. What I don't want to do is damage. Should work it from the inside, because on the inside it doesn't matter. Alright, let me see if I just make a simple little cut all the way around. Just enough to maybe break the glue or loosen it up enough so that when I whack the eye from the other end, it pops out. And again, I hope I'm not wasting camera time. I mean, if it doesn't look good, you won't even know, because I won't put it in. I'd rather use a soft. Alright, I don't know, but this is becoming challenging and I'm scratching her eye up. Always something, guys. Always something. She's got a nice underbite. Just noticed that. He's got one too. Alright, I don't know. You know, like, I'm going to have to touch up the eyes now and try to find a yellow, make a yellow that matches this, which will never happen. Or just leave it like it is. Alright, I don't know. I got to figure out what to do now with these damn eyes. Such a simple task turn into hell. It is what it is. All right, I'm gonna work on it and shut the camera off at this point because I don't know what to do. I could try to break them. I put my Walmart cheaters on so I can act as safety glasses. That's kind of working. I mean, all the things you think, you know, you're going to have a challenge with, and never in a million years did I think freaking LEDs in the eyes. I mean, I'm chipping away at them. I'm also scratching the hell out of her yellow. I'm probably exposing myself to some kind of rare toxin by doing that. Unbelievable. Well, I'll tell you what, these guys, there we go, they usually do a shitty job. They usually do a shitty job, man. Except on this one. Alright, that's part of that glue, man. Let's see if we can whack the other one out the same way. That'll save us from doing damage. See, but I can't get, because of its round end, I can't get a... Let's do a little workaround again. All right, that went through. Let me see. All right, problem solved. All right, and I mean, it's not that bad. I'm not gonna repaint them. It's fine. All right, let's put her on the table now and maybe do a little wiring here, shall we? Okay, so what I want to do now is test my LEDs because they're all clear. And I grabbed two out of the orange box or pile. So, and use one of these types of batteries to test them very low volts. Because if you use this, you're going to burn them out. All right, so use that instead, those types of batteries, and 1.5 volt or less will be okay. This will be brighter once we hook it up to a real power source. And I think I need to plug in my soldering iron and shut the camera off until it gets hot, and we'll be back. All right, let's make some connections. Let's just reduce this by a little bit. Remember the wire we pulled from her earlier? I'm going to reuse some of it here. Long stripes, positive. Short dots, negative. So let's do it like this. Because we still got to test which wire is, oh my God, are they gonna? Where'd it go? All right. I'm still here, trying to find my wires. All right. Alright, let me zip the negative on here, and we'll put a heat sleeve on this baby, and we'll test it and make sure we know which wire is negative and which wire is positive on the wire harness that came with the prop that we are reusing originally. Okay, I'm having a hard time here. Which is normal for me. Alright, so I did say test with this. Oops, wrong way. Okay, so that we did a good job. But let me show you, when you test with this, you get brighter light. And you are protected, as if this battery pack's going to work, which sometimes it does, most of the time it doesn't. It doesn't, and that's okay. All right, skip that test. We need some heat shrink. Let me readjust the camera, because we want to test the head. So I want to heat shrink the wire we just made. And we've showed this a million times already. So if you want to fast forward, by all means feel free to. I will not be offended. Maybe a little bit. And I don't, ain't going to fit, is it? This is my crappy soldering job. And we got one that's a little fatter, so it'll fit over that resistor. All right. And my world famous technique. So what we want to do is test and make sure. I'm going to go with blue is positive and black is negative. But that doesn't always work. And then we'll go off camera and make the other light, and then I'll come back for the connection. This is just a test phase. So I'm going to assume blue positive and black negative. All right, and we're going to use our battery pack. I could use my 9 volt for 5 volts. Let me use my 5 volt plug adapter so we get some good bright light out of that baby. All right. Blue positive, black negative, and we got, it's good to go. Let me show you what happens if I put black in the negative and blue, nothing happens. And you go blue, black, blue positive, black, we got light. So we are correct in assuming that. So we will now go make the second wire, and then we'll come back and connect all of this together. And then we'll stick them in the pumpkin's head and hot glue them in and do a final big test. All right, we've made our 2 sets of lights. Make sure we got positive on the same end. We'll wire them together. I already got my heat shrink sleeves on there. And let me twist these together. Make sure they're the same. Check. Twist my negatives together. Make sure they're the same again. Check. Everything looks good. Well, positive, positive. Let's do, since negative is right here in my face, let's do that first. All right. Sloppy job there, but oh well. Alright, negatives are done. Positives. And again, wire checks were made prior to. Heat shrink was checked prior to. Ready to make final connection. And let's slide the heat shrink up. Let me do one at a time, man. All right. So a lot better wire job than what was in there, with a lot better quality wire. So now let's do a test. We're going to use our 5-volt in the middle is positive, and the outside is negative. And there you have it, orange eyes. All right, so we are cooking in freaking hot grease. All right, let me organize a little bit. I don't think the hot glue gun is ready yet, but we can do a little experiment, maybe. I want to get that away from the mouth operating system. All right, so we know that blue and red are hot, so we can get a mouth and eyes at the same time, unless the eyes fall out, which they might, because they're not hot glued in yet. All right, so another little experiment. Don't fall out, eyes, don't fall out, eyes. We'll get our 5-volt plug adapter, put that in the inside. So theoretically, eyes light up, mouth opens up. The wire got caught in there. Need to lubricate the mechanism for the mouth. All right, and the eyes always fall out, because that's what eyes do when they're not glued in. So when we glue everything down, we want to also glue this out of the way. Like, we'll glue the eyes in first, then we'll tack down the wires somewhere. You know, like maybe off to the side here, or maybe up here. We don't want it getting interfering with the operation of the mouth. So, then the other thing is, when you glue the eyes in, you kind of have to hold it in place so they're straight, or they're going to be cockeyed to the left, to the right. I don't know, maybe that's maybe that's an effect you want. I don't know what it would look like lit up in the dark. have no clue, so I don't know. So let me make sure my camera angle is good. Make sure our hot glue is ready. And we'll start gluing eyes down. And again, this is my secret technique. Don't tell nobody how I did that. Straight up and down, baby. And like, you know, you want it, you know, until the glue dries, you just need to wait, because all kind of stupid stuff can happen. Like when I moved that wire, it moved that wire. So wait. I was gonna add more. Turn the camera off. And come back later. Because that's it, guys. There's nothing else really to show you. Alright, so both eyes are glued down pretty good now. Now I just want to glue these wires off to the side here somewhere. Just put a dab of glue, like right there. Just hold it in place so they stay out of the way of the operating system of the mouth. That's it. Just a little something there. Hold it in place. Don't you burn me, you bastard. Problem is holding them down until the glue dries. Or hardens up. Give it an extra glop. Alright, so now after brain surgery, we're ready to put it together again. Just match it up. Of course, it's 10 times harder because I'm trying to do it for the camera instead of just doing it. Which means nothing wants to align. There we go. And get my screws and show the awesome reassembly of the head, putting the 6 screws back in. Again, if you want to fast forward, I will not be offended. There's really not much to see here. Do not over tighten. It is plastic. And this side came undone. But now it's done. There we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, we performed some brain surgery. And we can do one more test with the head fully assembled. just to see how pretty she is now. Let's see if we can get Son and make her sit up. Of course not. I have to find me some kind of professional stand thingy. All right, let me see where the camera's at. Let's see what happens here. I keep hitting that damn camera. Getting so tired of that. All right, here goes nothing. Ready, set, ignite. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we successfully this meat's just hitting it. Wish I knew how to make it work where we can make the mouth go to the words. I still have to grease the mechanism. All right, there we go. We successfully rewired the head to work properly now.